Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy Monday to you. Great start to the week here. We are going to be turning this beauty into a bench, and we're going to be using a vintage grain sack to give it that real farmhouse feel. So I'm going to show you how we get there. And I wanted to make the top of this a little bit more special. So what I did was I wanted to match the bottom here, and I thought, let me just throw on a piece of plywood and add one of our nice beautiful finishing oils to make it look and match all pretty together. And then I'm going to throw my vintage grain sack on top of it with a bit of cushion in it, and I'm going to create this bench. And this is going to be right when you walk into the door. It's really functional, and it's got all these spots for, you know, shoes and just stuff that you would use. But the top, when I had purchased this, it was in really rough shape. So I wanted to give it a nice sort of makeover and give it a match. Now what I'm going to be using today are these brand new all-in-one stain and finishing oils. These are really fabulous. So if you haven't seen me before on Hometalk, my name is Jenny Lynn, and I am the creator of Fusion Mineral Paint, and my parents own Homestead House Paint Company, and this is one of the brand new products that we just came out with in the Homestead House range, and it's available at Fusion Merchants as well. But I'm going to show you how awesome this is. So we're going to move these colors out of the way. We've got 4 different colors, but I'm going to be using driftwood today because I want to get that really old driftwood look. So it comes in this beautiful gray color. You want to come nice and close so you can see what the color looks like. Gorgeous.
It's an oil base with those pigments all distributed around there nicely. Look at that.
So what I love about this product is it's an all-in-one stain and finishing oil. Now what I like about using these products is they're so easy to work with and get a really nice finish. So I just open the container, I'm going to pour it on. You want to make sure before you open the container, you give it a nice stir. You don't want to shake it too much, but make sure that any of the pigments that were sitting at the bottom end up all throughout. So we just did that, and I'm going to pour this on. You can be pretty liberal with it. And I'm going to take a microfiber roller pad that I have, and instead of rolling it, I'm actually just going to drag it. So we get a really nice stain with it. And if you apply a really nice thin coat, it looks like a stain. Or if you wanted to put on 2 coats, it would go more solid and opaque. But it's so easy to use this product and get a driftwood look.
It's really saturating into the wood stain. You can see, into the wood fibers. You can see the soft part of the wood has really soaked up the stain. And the harder parts, that's why you get a variegated coloring.
Variegated is a very fancy word.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so it's different on the hard parts of the wood grain as opposed to the soft parts of the wood
So
grain.
where is everyone watching and tuning in from today? We are in Canada, and we are expecting a massive snowstorm. Whereabouts are you watching from?
Yes, look at that.
Yeah.
You can see it.
The snow is coming down.
Can we talk about the smell right now, what you're smelling using this product inside with closed windows?
So that's a really good point, yes. This product, so I'm very chemically sensitive, so anything that we bring into our product range at Fusion Mineral Paint, we want to make sure that it's going to be non-toxic and healthy. So I'm barely smelling anything with this product. It's a natural oil. It's got 3 different types of oils in there, as well as pigments. And then in terms of the dryer, because it's oil-based, it has a dryer in it that is free of cobalt. And cobalt is one of those really nasty things that you don't want to be breathing in. And unfortunately, so many of the products in the market that are oil-based have it. I'll let Lori maybe go on a little bit more about that as I'm continuing on here.
Well, just to start off, being that it's an oil base, you do need to have some solvent. So we are using the odorless mineral solvents. And
what does the solvent do for it?
It's fine with that. Well, it helps the tongue oil and the linseed oil portion of this product cure up, so it's very hard. And the durability, I mean, you can wash this surface every day. if you want. So it's great for tabletops.
So it's basically a dryer. It helps it dry in here.
Yeah, the Cicative, though, just to take a note, it is cobalt free.
So Cicative, it's another fancy word. What does that mean? It's a
That
dryer?
is a dryer. That,
Okay.
if you didn't put any dryers into these types of oils, it would just get gummy. You wouldn't get that hardness.
Okay, so check out what we're doing here. We've got the previous surface, which was coated, and then an uncoated bare wood.
Yeah, that's kind of like a plywood. You can see the different.
So what I'm
glued
doing
together there.
with this is I'm going to be just oiling both to try and match it up, basically.
The top of this cabinet was quite damaged, so we just got some plywood, cut it to the exact.
But look at the match is pretty darn close, which is great. And then I'm going to add maybe a second coat here because this already had a coating on it before. So when you're trying to match up stain, it can be quite difficult. So I'll take, you know, a little brush thereafter and just kind of touch it up so the darkness and depth is the same. But I'm going to go right over top of all of this. And now this is
Blending it. So
yeah, just to blend it a little bit. Now, what would you say this type of surface is? It's a veneer laminate of some sort.
It's definitely a veneer because you can tell how it's glued onto the side of the wood here. So it's not a solid wood. It's a cheap offshore piece of furniture, but we're trying to, you know, bring it up a notch.
But I'm able to put it pretty much right over top of this without any issues, which is great because I'll be able to get a really nice finish all together. And yeah, you might want to get in here a little bit deeper. Of course, it's going to take a little bit more effort to go in. But it's great because at the end, I'll be able to put my shoes in there. I don't have to go all the way to the back. No one's ever going to get right in there and see everything. Very, very cool. So yeah, this product is just so nice to work with because it doesn't have any of those smells or those nasty chemicals in it. And look at, you can see it's almost dry here already. And it's just a really nice sort of gray driftwood look.
And can we show the other colors on that wood where we did apply and then we wiped away right away, and then there's one color that we allowed it to pool. So you can see the difference, how if you allow oils, finishing oils to pool on your wood, how it becomes even a higher sheen. This is the color here that we allowed to pool.
Okay, so this usually will dry to a matte finish. So here we've got our beautiful cappuccino color. We've got our driftwood here, which is what we just used on our surface. We've got the ebony, which is like a black color.
That's my favorite.
Yes, it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And then we've got the natural pine, the old pine look over here. And as you saw, when I was applying it on here, I was applying it but also wiping back with the roller itself. Whereas here, we did not wipe that back and it ended up going shiny. But here where we did wipe it back, it was really nice matte.
But you know, there are some very old pieces of furniture and old doors where a lot of it actually looks like this, and you can tell when they were putting the coating on,
It just
allowed it to pool. And,
wasn't even.
yeah, but it looks pretty authentic in its own way. But to do a nice brand new piece of wood, I would recommend wiping off the excess.
And I used again, this is part of our paint kit that we have. It's an all-in-one kit. I used this microfiber roller and I just held it rather than rolling it. And this is a really great tool to use. It doesn't leave any fibers behind. Really, you saw how quick that was to apply it. And then we also have in the kit a little tip sheet and then these fabulous wiping cloths. So if you wanted to put it on with that, you could.
I've read a couple comments. You're not able to hear. Can anybody hear out there?
Hopefully there's some
Give a thumbs up if anybody can hear.
So we're doing a giveaway, and the giveaway question was,
What have you used?
what have you used for your chairs and your benches, and what would you do? What kind of style would you do? We would love to do a giveaway for this.
Sorry, you can't hear? You can hear.
Oh, good. Yay.
Okay, good. So it may just be one or two people who have a low volume on their
Oh
computer or
no,
something.
that's always a challenge.
Turn up your volume.
Okay, so here's the fun part. So check this old grain sack out. I picked this up. Yeah, this is a real true vintage grain sack from Europe, and I picked this one in particular because it's vintage and old. The top that used to be on this before was another fabric, and I have 2 cats. If you've watched before, you may notice that there's usually cats in the background. Well, they like to scratch, and they destroyed this piece within the first couple of days that I owned it. And I thought, you know what? I love the farmhouse style look. I'm gonna get a grain sack. And I thought, okay, well, how am I gonna make the grain sack with a cushion? I don't upholster, I don't know how to do that kind of thing. Really, really straightforward and simple. I just went to an upholstery shop. I grabbed some foam, and this is foam that they use when they're doing upholstery. I grabbed it, I cut it to size, and then I made a little boo-boo and I didn't quite cut far enough the first time, and I had extra, so I cut another strip so that it would fit. And then all I'm gonna do here, I just wanted to make sure that it would, you know, sit really nicely. Here, I'm going to kind of...
Looks itchy.
Oh, no, it's not. It's actually really nice and soft, but yes, it can kind of look like that.
Itchy, actually, yeah.
It does look like it, but because it's old and vintage and it's been washed a lot of times, it's, yeah, you won't notice it. There is someone at the front door. We'll just have to ignore that.
Yeah, we'll just ignore it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to be taking this here and I'm just going to sew the ends shut, and I'm going to be using a like a thicker needle and then some twine, and I'm going to pull it through just to make it look extra rustic and vintage. And then there's really like no sewing required. It's really easy, and that's it. So that's how I've taken this poor beat up old piece of furniture, and I'm going to make it look a little bit more rustic, bring it all together, put this beautiful grain sack on top of it, and you would not believe this oil is already dry. Now typically you would want to wait maybe 12 hours or so before putting anything onto it, but what do you think? That driftwood color with the grain sack, do we like? Yes?
Where did you get the grain sack?
Oh, yes. Well, the grain sack I actually got from one of our fusion mineral paint retailers, Heirloom 142. And they actually go over to Europe, they import things, they bring it back, and I was visiting their store, so Heirloom 142 was generous enough to donate this for this
Do they sell these
Hometalk.
online, though?
I don't know if they sell them online, but you can always check their website out, heirloom142.com, and see if they offer them, because I do know they sell some things. So, but these are awesome, and this was, again, a true vintage piece. I thought it was just a great addition. All right, do we have any suggestions for what you would do for your bench and for your chair?
There's some chairs that they'd like to do, some benches. Yes, I love this look. Let me just read some more comments here. Oops, they keep popping up. No top coat needed, question mark. Okay,
that's a great question. So again, it is an all-in-one stain and finishing oil. And of course, we've got the gray right over top of it.
There is tung oil in here and linseed oil in here and a proprietary resin. So it is very hard, durable, washable.
Yeah. So if you wanted to do your countertops, if you wanted to do your flooring, this oil, you saw how quick and easy it was. There's no streaking. It virtually goes on like a dream. And I mean, I even started and stopped and you still can't see that. But it just looks nice and even and beautiful. So if you're thinking of doing floors or doing your countertops, this all-in-one stain and finishing oil is superb to work with. We love it, love it, love it. And of course it comes in the 4 different colors. And we may have a very special announcement soon coming out with some potentially new colors. Very, very exciting. But yes, do we have a winner? Let's pick a winner.
I think this sounds really interesting. A military crate turned into a garden chair.
Oh, yes. That sounds
Catherine
amazing.
Lamb. That does sound interesting.
I love how unique that is. And absolutely, what a great idea. A great way to repurpose as well. So that is our winner.
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Sorry. Wait a second. I think there's already a winner picked. Sorry, I didn't
Oh,
hear
okay.
that. I think, yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Is that okay?
There we go.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
the stain and finishing oil. And it comes in the 4 different colors. So we have the driftwood, the cappuccino, the old pine, and the ebony color. Really beautiful. And you'll notice that just to do this top, we barely used any
Yeah,
so
like
there's still
a couple tablespoons
out
do
of this
whole talk.
Out of this whole container, you could probably do, 50 of these surfaces. It's amazing how little goes such a long way, and it's such a good price point too. So visit our website, fusionmineralpaint.com, for more information. And do we have a winner?
Yeah, it's the Catherine Lamb, the
Awesome.
military crate turned into a garden chair.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. And be sure to check back at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. for more live DIYs and how-tos on Home Talk. Thanks, everyone. See you again.
Bye.